Hello and welcome to yet another session of the Important Site series by Shikara Academy. So, in this Important Site series by Environment Through Mapping, in this series we will be discussing all the important sites that are important from ecological point of view as well as from the cultural point of view, the cultural heritage sites. We will be discussing these sites, the important aspects that you should be remembering from examination point of view, mainly the geography, the region, the cultural significance and the ecological significance. So today we'll be discussing about the important sites that are in the state of Chhattisgarh. Now, when we say that important sites, so in important sites, we can include the tiger reserves, the elephant reserves, the biosphere reserves, the Ramsar wetland sites, the World Heritage sites, the biodiversity heritage sites, the marine protected areas, national parks, wildlife sanctuaries, conservation reserves, and community reserves. Now, for Chhattisgarh, today we will be discussing about the biosphere reserve, the tiger reserves, elephant reserve. Chhattisgarh, as of now, has no Ramsar wetland site. It also has no World Heritage site, either natural or cultural. Then we don't have the biodiversity heritage sites here. Um, Chhattisgarh is not a marine state, so no marine protected area. So we will be discussing the national park, wildlife sanctuaries, and no conservation reserves, as well as no community reserves. So starting with the biosphere reserve, so Chhattisgarh has this only one Achanakmar Amarkantak Biosphere Reserve. So this is the Achanakmar Amarkantak Biosphere Reserve, located wholly in the state of Chhattisgarh. So it is spread across Chhattisgarh as well as Madhya Pradesh. Sorry, so it is spread across the two states of India, that is the Chhattisgarh as well as the Madhya Pradesh. So it lies on the Chhattisgarh Madhya Pradesh border. So Achanakmar or Amarkantak Biosphere Reserve lies both in the state of Madhya Pradesh as well as in Chhattisgarh. So earlier it was wholly the state of Madhya Pradesh only, but after the creation of the Chhattisgarh, of the formation of the Chhattisgarh state, it get bifurcated into these two states. So the geographical features includes it lies at the junction of Satpura as well as the Maikal range. The source of major rivers, it is this Achanakmar Amarkantak Plateau or the Amarkantak Plateau that is there. It is a major source of major rivers such as Narmada, Son and Johila river. The altitude ranges from 320 meters to 1200 meters above sea level, and it includes part of the Achanakmar Wildlife Sanctuary and the Amarkantak Plateau. So the geographical features here include the Amarkantak Plateau. It is at the junction of the Satpura range as well as the Maikal range. It is a major source of rivers such as the Narmada, Son and Johila river. Now, the type of vegetation that is in the Achanakmar Amarkantak Biosphere Reserve is the tropical moist deciduous forest and tropical dry deciduous. So, mainly deciduous vegetation is predominant in the Biosphere Reserve. It is dominated by the sal trees or sal forests. So, important flora and fauna species include sal, saja, mahua, tendu, bamboo, hara, bahera, and amla. The fauna includes the Bengal tiger, because the Achanakmar Tiger Reserve is also lies in the vicinity of this biosphere reserve. Indian leopard, sloth bear, wild boar, chinkara, and gaur. The birds include the paradise flycatcher, the peafowl, parakeets, and eagles. The reptiles, cobra, python, monitor, lizard are the prominent reptiles here. Now, the significance of this ecological landscape is that it serves as a critical ecological corridor between the eastern as well as the western forests in India. It supports the rich biodiversity and tribal culture. So, after the rivers as well as the geographical features, it is the tribes or the tribal groups that are living in the given area or the given protected area, that is Achanakmar Amarkantak Biosphere Reserve, that is important. So the tribal groups here are the Baiga and the Gond tribes. So it is source of the Narmada River, which is sacred and ecologically very important. It is recognized as a biosphere reserve by UNESCO in 2005 under the Man and Biosphere Program. It is important for conservation research and sustainable development of tribal areas, the major tribes being the Baiga, Baija, and Gond tribes. Now, after the Biosphere Reserve, let's discuss the important national parks that are in the Chhattisgarh. So, we have the first national park, that is Guru Ghasidas National Park. This Guru Ghasidas National Park, it is situated in the Korea district of Chhattisgarh, near the border with Madhya Pradesh. It lies in the northern part of Chhattisgarh, adjoining the Sanjay Dubri National Park in Madhya Pradesh. So you can see that in the map, it is lying on the northern side of the Chhattisgarh. It is part of the Bagelkhand Plateau. Okay, Achanakmar Amarkantak was part of the Amarkantak Plateau, but this Guru Ghasidas National Park is a part of the Bagelkhand Plateau. It lies in the Maikal range of the Satpura system. It includes undulated terrain, dense forest cover, rivers, and seasonal streams. The important rivers here are the Banas River, the Gopad River, and tributaries of the Son River. So the important geographical features here include the Bagelkhand Plateau in Guru Ghasidas National Park, the Maikal Range, as well as the Banas and Gopad River. The type of vegetation here is the tropical moist deciduous and dry deciduous forest. So in Chhattisgarh, we predominantly have this deciduous kind of forest, both moist as well as dry. And these are dominated by the sal, teak, bamboo, and mixed deciduous species. Species such as sal, mahua, tendu, hara, bahera, and bamboo. Same as we have seen in the Achanakmar Amarkantak Biosphere Reserve. The important mammals here include the Bengal tiger, the Indian leopard, sloth bear, wild boar, Indian gaur, spotted deer, and chorsinga, that is the four-horned antelope. The important birds here include the peafowl, jungle fowl, parakeets, and raptors. The important reptiles here are the pythons, cobras, as well as vipers. So these are the snake species. Now the significance of this national park, the Guru Ghasidas National Park, it is named after Guru Ghasidas, who was a revered Satnami saint and a social reformer in central India. Previously, it was part of the Sanjay National Park before Chhattisgarh's formation. So we can see that it lies adjoining the Sanjay Dubri National Park, which is in Madhya Pradesh. So when the Chhattisgarh as a separate state was carved out, so a new national park was named, that was the Guru Ghasidas National Park. It is proposed as India's newest tiger reserve, which was approved in 2021. So in Chhattisgarh, we had 3 established tiger reserves, but this Guru Ghasidas National Park is now in the process of being declared as the 4th tiger reserve. So it will be the 4th tiger reserve in Chhattisgarh after the Achanakmar Tiger Reserve, the Udanti Sita Nadi Tiger Reserve, as well as the Indravati Tiger Reserve. So it acts as a vital tiger corridor between the states of Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh because it is lying adjoining to the Sanjay Dubri National Park across the state of Madhya Pradesh. And it is rich in biodiversity and culturally important for the local tribal communities. Now, the second we have the Indravati National Park. It lies in the southern part of the Chhattisgarh. So it is the Indravati National Park. It is located in the Bijapur district of Chhattisgarh. It lies in the southwestern part of the state, close to the borders with Maharashtra and Telangana. Okay. So geographical features here include it lies in the Dandakaranya region of the Bastar Plateau. So if it is on the Bastar Plateau, so in north we had the Bagelkhand Plateau, then in the central we had this Amarkantak Plateau, and now in the southern region we have this Bastar Plateau. It is traversed by the Indravati River. By this river only it has got its name, that is the Indravati National Park, and Indravati River is a major tributary of the Godavari River. The terrain consists of undulating hills, plateaus, as well as the river valleys. So the important geographical features that needs to be kept in mind are it lies in the Dandakaranya region on the Bastar Plateau. The Bastar Plateau as well as the Indravati River. The name of the river is giving it its name. Now, the type of vegetation is the deciduous forest, both the moist one as well as the dry one. It is dominated by this sal, teak, bamboo, and mixed forest species. Sal, mahua, tendu, semal, bamboo, hara, and bahira are the important tree species that are found in the area. The fauna includes the wild buffalo, endangered, tiger, leopard, sloth bear, Indian gar, nilgai, wild boar, and chinkara. The important birds include the hill myna, which is the state bird of the Chhattisgarh, peafowl, parakeets, and eagles. And the reptiles include the monitor lizards, the cobras, as well as the pythons. Now, the significance is that it is the only tiger reserve in the South Chhattisgarh. In the southern part of Chhattisgarh, this Indravati National Park is the only tiger reserve. So we had 4 tiger reserves, out of which one is the Indravati Tiger Reserve in the state of Chhattisgarh. Then it is part of the Project Tiger since 1983. It is known for harboring one of the last viable population of wild Asiatic buffalo in Central Asia. So wild Asiatic buffalo is an important species, animal species that is found in this national park. It is named after the Indravati River, which flows through east to west through the park. So it forms part of the larger conservation landscape, including the Kawal and Tadobar reserves. It is important for tribal communities, especially the Gond tribe as well as the Muria tribe. So these are the 2 important tribal groups, the Gond tribes, the Gonds, as well as the Murias or the Muria tribe. It is rich in ecological and cultural heritage, but faces threat due to the Naxal activity. So in the Bastar region, in the Bastar plateau, is the we can say it is one of the last hotbeds of the Naxal movement in the country. So the threat there is mainly from the Naxalism, the Naxal activity which limits the ecotourism and research in these part of the forests. Then third, we had the Kanger Valley National Park. It is also located in the Bastar district of Chhattisgarh, near the Jagdalpur, in the eastern parts of the state, close to Odisha border. So the Indravati National Park was in the southwest region of Chhattisgarh. The Kanger Valley National Park is in the southeast region of the Chhattisgarh, adjoining the Odisha. So it is situated in Kanger Valley, which is a part of the Eastern Ghats. It is traversed by the Kanger River, which is a tributary of the Kolab River. It is noted for its limestone caves, the hills, valleys, and waterfalls. This Kanger Valley is famous for various caves. The important caves here are the Kutumsar, Kailash, and Dandak caves. So, the important geographical features that we need to keep in mind is that it is situated in Kanger Valley, which is a part of the Eastern Ghats and is transferred by the Kanger River. And it is noted for the limestone caves. The important caves being the Kutumsar Lake, the Kailash Lake, and the Dandak cave. The vegetation here includes the moist deciduous forest with patches of the semi-evergreen forest, dense forest with high biodiversity. The important tree species here include the sal, teak, bamboo, mahua, tendu, bija, and semal. The mammals here include the leopard, sloth bear, Indian jackal, wild boar, chital, and langur. The birds include hill myna, the green pigeon, racket-tailed rongo, eagles, and owls. The cave fauna, because this Kanger Valley National Park is important, it has important caves. So the cave fauna also becomes important. So we have the blind fish and blind crustaceans in the Kutumsar cave. The significance is that it is one of most biologically diverse national park in India. It is one of the most biologically diverse national parks. So biodiversity here is very high. It is known for unique limestone caves. Okay. So this Kanger Valley National Park is important or is known for its limestone caves. So a direct question can be asked in the prelims examination that which of these national parks is famous for the limestone caves. You might be given 4 options and you will have to then identify the correct answer. It is recognized for the endemism and biodiversity, including the rare cave-dwelling species that we have seen, that is the blind fish and blind crustacean are the main fauna species. It was declared a national park in the year 1982 when Chhattisgarh as a state was not there. The cultural significance due to proximity with the tribal population and ancient cave formations. It is also an important site for the ecotourism and geological studies. Next, after discussing the national park, let's discuss the tiger reserves that are there. So in Chhattisgarh, we have 3 tiger reserves. We have the Achanakmar Tiger Reserve, we have the Indravati Tiger Reserve that we have discussed when we have discussed about the Achanakmar Amarkantak Biosphere Reserve and the Indravati National Park respectively. Third, we have the Udanati Sitanadi National Tiger Reserve, and the fourth Tiger Reserve is in the process of being declared. So it is located on the Gariyaband district in Chhattisgarh. It is formed by the Udanati Wildlife Sanctuary in the west and Sita Nadi Wildlife Sanctuary in the east. So it lies on border with the state of Odisha. The geographical features include it lies in the eastern parts of the Satpura range. So Satpura range is an important geographical feature. It is characterized by the undulating hills, plateaus and river valleys. The major rivers here are the Udhanati River and the Sita Nadi River, both tributaries of the mighty Mahanadi River. So the Tiger Reserve is getting its name from both the Udanati River and the Sita Nadi River, which have their own wildlife sanctuaries, and these two are the tributaries of the Mahanadi River. The elevation ranges from 330 meters to 800 meters above the sea level. The type of vegetation here is mainly the deciduous forest, that is the dry and moist deciduous forest. It is dominated by teak, sal, tendu and mixed forest species. Sal, teak, bamboo, mahua, hara, bahera and amla are the important tree species. The animals include the Bengal tiger, the Indian leopard, the sloth bear, the wild dog, the jackal, the spotted deer, sambar and nilgai. It is critically important for the wild buffalo, which is the state animal of Chhattisgarh. Its breeding and conservation is the focus of this tiger reserve. Then the bird includes the hill manna, the owls, parakeets and eagles. The reptiles here include the python, the cobra, crate and monitor lizards. So the flora and fauna species across the state of Chhattisgarh remains more or less uniform. It was declared a tiger reserve in 2009 under Project Tiger. It is one of the 4 tiger reserves in Chhattisgarh. 3 are officially declared and 1 is in the process of being declared as a tiger reserve. It forms a part of the Mahanadi River Basin's ecological landscape and is important for biodiversity conservation, tribal livelihood and watershed protection. So these are the ecosystem services that are provided by this Udanati Sidanati Tiger Reserve. Now next we have a couple of elephant reserves in the state of Chhattisgarh. First is the Badalkhol Tamor Pingla Elephant Reserve, which lies in the northeast part of the state of Chhattisgarh. The Badalkhol Tamor Pingla Elephant Reserve. So it's spread across the Jashpur, Surjua, Palampur and Korba districts of northern Chhattisgarh and combines the Badalkhol Wildlife Sanctuary and Tamor Pingla Wildlife Sanctuary. It lies on the northern fringe of the Chhattisgarh Plateau. It is characterized by undulating hills, the plateaus, the dense forest tracts, the several seasonal streams, and it forms the part of the Central India Elephant Corridor. So it is an important part of the Central India Elephant Corridor. The type of vegetation is the deciduous vegetation, both moist and dry. The dense forest cover with the open grassland and riverine patches. Important tree species include the sal, teak, bamboo, mahua, tendu, amla, hara and bahira. Fauna includes the mammals, Asian elephant, which is the keystone species in the particular area, the Bengal tiger, the Indian leopard, the sloth bear, the wild boar, chital, sambar and nilgai. The reptiles include the cobra, python and monitor lizard. Birds include peafowl, parakeets, woodpeckers and hornbills. Now, the significance is that it was declared Chhattisgarh's first. It was the Chhattisgarh's first elephant reserve declared in 2011. It is quite part of the vital part of the elephant migration corridor between the states of Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand and Odisha. So here we have state of Jharkhand and here we have Odisha. So it provides an important corridor for the movement of elephant population across these 3 states. So it plays a critical role in mitigating the human-elephant conflict by providing the elephants with a safe corridor, a safe passage to move from one region to the another. It plays a critical role in reducing the human and elephant conflict. It supports rich biodiversity and is significant for tribal communities and the local livelihoods. Key areas for elephant conservation and habitat management in the central India. Second, we have the Lemru Elephant Reserve. The Lemru Elephant Reserve. It is located in the Korba district of Chhattisgarh. It is part of the Hasdeo Arand Forest Reserve, forest region, which is in the central eastern part of the state. The geographical features include it lies in the Hasdeo Arand coalfield zone, and which is dense forested area in the Chhattisgarh plain. So this Hasdeo Arant region, it has heavy and dense forest, but it is also a coal field zone. It has coal mines. It contains the undulating terrain, hills, and seasonal streams. The major rivers here are the Hasdeo River, which is a tributary of the Mahanadi River. The vegetation here also includes the deciduous type of vegetation, both moist and dry, and the dense forest with patches of open woodland and grasslands. The important species include the sal, the teak, bamboo, tendu, mahua, hara, and amla. The mammals that are the fauna species here includes the Asian elephant, which is the primary keystone species here, the leopard, sloth bear, wild boar, spotted deer, and Indian gaur. The birds includes the peafowls, the hornbills, the parakeets, and eagles. The reptiles includes python, cobra, and monitor lizard. So it was proposed in 2005 and notified in 2020 as an elephant reserve. So it is quite a newly declared elephant reserve. It aims to reduce the human-elephant conflict by providing a dedicated habitat for migratory elephant from Jharkhand and Odisha. So just like the other tiger reserve, other elephant reserves, so this also provides an important wildlife corridor for the elephant population to move across the regions in 3 different states. So it is part of the broader Central India Elephant Corridor. So both the elephant corridor, the elephant reserves in the state of Chhattisgarh are important part of the Central India Elephant Corridor. It faces ecological threats due to coal mining because it lies in a coal field area, coal field region. It is especially in the Hasdeo Aran forest zone. It is important for elephant conservation and biodiversity protection and sustainable forest governance in conflict-sensitive area. So these are the important sites in the state of Chhattisgarh, important from the ecological point of view. So we have discussed, getting a recap, we have discussed about the Achanakmar Amarkantak Biosphere Reserve. We have discussed about the 3 national parks, that is Guru Ghasidas National Park, the Indravati National Park, as well as the Kanger Valley National Park. Then we discussed the tiger reserve, that is the Udanati Sitanadi Tiger Reserve, and the 2 elephant reserve, that is Badalkhol Tamor Pingla Elephant Reserve, as well as the Lemru Elephant Reserve. Okay. So we will be continuing this important site series. Tomorrow we will be discussing the important sites in the state of Madhya Pradesh. But Madhya Pradesh has too many such protected areas, important ecological areas. So that session might spread to 2 different classes. Thank you.